he was a true Monkees junkie.
It's like he was a super cool uncle who suddenly molested you.
How is it a fucking mattress an invention?
Cars like that.
I didn't even say muscle car.
Nah, any
You're
of those.
the one that brought up muscles.
Yeah, what's up, Nancy boy?
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. So far, so good in 2017. Walt, we haven't missed a week. What's today, the 11th?
2 weeks in.
Yeah, so this will be the second week.
Is that your goal? No missed weeks? It's going to happen.
That's going to happen.
You can't keep to that kind of unrealistic schedule. Not when you got a fucking... basically the Beatles of fucking comedy on the team.
Oh, I know. Over there fucking taking pictures on fucking Abbey Road or whatever the fuck. Four fucking assholes walking across the street. I guarantee they do it, right? They're going to do it. Somebody's going to be like, you guys got to do it.
Did you see some of the pictures, though? I mean, literally, it looks like the arena is like, it's a madhouse. It's an arena. It's like the Madison Square Garden sold out 11 nights in a row.
Right. Like Springsteen does.
It's more than impressive.
Like all joking aside about them being assholes, doing the Beatles thing, it is...
It's jaw dropping.
It really is. Because they're not that funny. No. I mean, honestly, all those guys I think are hysterical, but they are really like rock stars of comedy. It's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah. It's I saw the pictures. Somebody sent me the pictures, and again, though, very difficult for me to, as his lawyer, to still try to maintain this picture of that he's still normal and relatable. It's gotten to the point now where, like, it's going to be very difficult for me to paint a portrait of him as being anything but fucking...
The jury's going to be so prejudiced. Well, you can't get a fair trial in this country or any other.
I'm going to have to go to fucking a shithole country to have this trial where nobody knows him.
Yeah, because he said so many bad things about it.
What about it? The shithole?
No, actually, no. We should go to India because I love him in India, and he does defend it.
Yeah, we can all
even though they're shitting on train tracks like crazy. Speaking of relatable, we got Sunday Jeff here.
Yes,
who can't relate to him?
Right. We may not have. Yeah, we may not have a king of comedy or a Beatle of comedy. We got the next best thing.
A Beatle of working on Sundays. He's the Sunday one.
The Monkees. Remember how the Monkees were the wannabe Beatles? America's version of the Beatles? Mm-hmm. Would they be considered America's version of the Beatles?
I think they were they might have been the first boy band, right? Weren't they assembled?
Yeah, they were definitely assembled with there was a formulaic strategy to who they picked to be in the. But I thought they were like.
They were goofy though, man.
Well, that's why I said you're like you would be the version of.
So now we're goofy Beatles.
I hated the show.
Not the Beach Boys.
I couldn't stand the Monkees TV show. I could not understand its appeal.
You couldn't get past the fucking opening credits with the guy in the bathtub.
True, that really turned me off too. But the whole appeal of it, you know who loved the Monkees? Shockingly so, because he was so into rock, and we would talk about rock. And like, especially as I was getting into different artists, that I was discovering artists who were long past their prime, but I would be discovering them was Mark. And when he told me, because this dude was, he was into Van Halen, and he would know everything about The Who and Pete Townsend, and he told me how much he loved the Monkees.
Right.
I thought he was fucking with me. But he was a true Monkees junkie.
It's like he was a super cool uncle who suddenly molested you.
It was so strange when he would tell me how much he loved the Monkees, because I was like, there's no song I can remember from the Monkees that didn't sound like it was pure pop, like bubblegum tripe.
Mm-hmm. I only know this song. Like, hey, we're the Monkeys. Like that's.
No.
If you ask me another Monkeys song,
what's another Monkeys
like
song?
Daydream Believer.
Believer. Yeah.
A little bit of you, a little bit of me. They had a bunch of hits.
They did have hits, but they all sounded like the Partridge. They were eventually the Partridge Family, weren't they? Right?
It sounds like that without the women.
Yeah. Well, I hated that show, and I could never understand how anybody but like a 12-year-old girl could.
Remind me of the
into
Banana Splits the way it opened, though. It's just that goofiness to it.
The Banana Splits were a band. I maintain they were better than the Monkees.
The Banana Splits?
They were definitely better to watch. They were more funnier to watch, I'll tell you that. Bouncing and shit, flipping, falling on the floor.
Okay, so you got your top 10 Monkey songs. Let's see how many you recognize, Sunday Jeff. You got For Pete's Sake.
No.
Okay. I'm Not Your Stepping Stone.
Yes, that one I know.
You do remember that one? Okay.
Okay.
That was a big hit.
Was you sure that wasn't a cover?
No. I'm not your stepping stone. Yeah.
But did they write that, or did they cover that song?
I don't think they. No, Paul Revere and the Raiders.
I was going to say that sounds. I remember that song, and that sounds way too complicated for that fucking band.
Yeah, Circle
I
Sky.
thought it was Austin Powers he was playing there.
Circle Sky?
No, I never heard of that one.
You and I.
Nope.
I thought I remember.
I would have to hear them. I mean, that sounds like that doesn't sound like the Monkees.
Good. Yeah, that sounds. That voice, though.
It's the voice. It's that
voice.
Weird,
it just sounds so.
voice.
Daily Nightly, Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Pleasant Valley Sunday, I know.
I remember that one. I remember that song too. I don't know what it is.
The guitar riff was supposedly a take on the
Another,
Beatles' Paperback Writer.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
Valerie, the Porpoise song. Daydream Believer.
Doesn't sound like the Walrus at all, does it? The Porpoise song.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, just in terms of the title.
Yeah, that's a good point.
One of those Monkeys was heir to the Whiteout fortune. Either his father or his mother created patent Whiteout.
Oh, really?
He was like a billionaire.
I don't
So
know
he
who it
doesn't
was.
give a fuck.
Huh?
He doesn't care what it is then?
He doesn't care what it is.
If you're the heir of Whiteout?
Well, I mean, but let's face it, though. I mean, that money's gone now, though. I mean, nobody does
exactly.
Nobody uses Whiteout anymore.
Well, I'm saying hopefully...
Thank God, though, he created it when he did.
A lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes on that page.
Yeah, I wonder which one. It was. You know who's like an expert at this? That girl Amy, that on Twitter, Valor Megorian aunt. She's like,
oh yeah, she was into the Monkeys.
Oh my God, man! She was like when we did that Monkeys thing on the show on Comic Book Men. We did some Monkeys piece of merchandise or something. Yeah, she was.
Lunchbox, maybe?
She was like, I'm so slick.
I don't even. How many albums could they possibly have made?
How many what?
Albums.
Oh, they had probably a lot. I'd say double figures, I would imagine.
I mean, should those? Okay, like they're not the Beatles. Let's not.
The Doors didn't even make double albums. A lot of good people out there.
They didn't make it to 10 albums. The Doors.
No, I think they only have 6 or 7.
The Joker. Oh, there's some controversies here too, man. Studio recording controversies. Maybe they were like the Milli Vanillis of.
They didn't sing they didn't perform their own songs.
Their studio abilities. They're saying. Dolan's told a reporter that the Wrecking Crew provided the backing tracks for the first 2 Monkees albums, and that his origin was a drummer. Was simply that a monkey had to be tasked with learning the drums since he only knew how to play the guitar. Our records are not our forte. Do you know how they quoted Michael Nesmith railing against his own music creation process? Do you know how debilitating it is to sit up and have to duplicate someone else's records? Tell the world we don't record our own music. Our records are not our forte. The whistle blowing on themselves worked in forcing producer Don Kirshner. Man, you remember that name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. He was the man.
Late night with Don Kirshner. Oh, Don Kirshner's rock concert, right?
Out of the project and blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's a whole bunch of shit on Wikipedia you can read for yourself. But, oh, my God, there's tons of controversy. It seems mostly about they weren't recording their own music. But, like, let's say the Jokers aren't the Beatles. Are they the Monkees then? Like, that's still respectable.
They're silly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they would have to be definitely considered at least the Monkees, if not, maybe even the Who or the Stones behind the Beatles.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
In the hierarchy of 60s rock.
Beach Boys?
Oh, I hated the Beach Boys, too.
Jan and Dean.
I couldn't say anybody liked the Beach Boys. The music is
fucking picture.
terrible.
The California sound. Yeah, I never liked it. It just, everything was associated with fucking TV commercials. That's where you heard most of the music.
That's where you heard it first.
Right.
But, our parents heard it on the radio.
Not mine. They would never turn the stereo on. We had a stereo, had a car radio, everything. Pam was too busy raising kids to listen to music. Fucking psychotic. God. Oh shit, man! I say this with no hyperbole. I saved Sage's life the other night.
Really?
Saved her life.
Heimlich?
Yeah.
No
She was
way.
choking?
I used the Heimlich. Yeah. Never in a million years thought I would use the Heimlich.
I didn't even know you knew it, but you used to be a lifeguard. You still remembered all the skills, huh?
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Just came to me naturally.
We were eating dinner, and we were having hot dogs, and she had this.
That's always that's
the culprit, right?
When someone's choking on food, 9 out of 10 times it's always a fucking dog.
Child's greatest enemy is the Frank.
I'm not kidding around. Look it up. My mom would tell me that, that's one of the reasons she was glad I didn't eat hot dogs, because she always thought I was going to choke on them.
I choked on so many hot dogs when I was a kid.
Still do.
Yeah.
Still choking on dogs.
Yeah, right and left.
Wow, where was she?
We were eating dinner. We were at the table, and she takes a bite, and she swallows it, and then she tries to swallow it. She starts coughing, and she's a little bit of a pig when she eats, so it's not uncommon for her to eat a little too fast or whatever. Mostly because I'm always trying to get at it. Just have to eat it as quickly as possible. But I could tell, she started choking, and her arms started flailing.
She didn't turn blue, did she?
No, she didn't turn blue, but she stood up. I was like, "Can you talk? Can you talk?" And her face was she was starting to get red. And when I grabbed her around her middle, her body was it almost like rigor mortis. It was so stiff, and her arms were out, and I just went boom, one, and then boom, two, and
Did it pop out?
popped right out. Yeah, it came out of her mouth.
Holy shit, it
Started
works.
crying and shit.
Oh my God. And how on earth then can you, after that heroic effort, be in a bad mood? Because I know you've been in a bad mood lately, but how on earth can you, who just saved the person you love the most, how can that give you a high for at least I've always wanted to do that. I always like kids. You want any hot dogs? Girls.
Your mom. Hot dogs again? Why? You hate them, Dad?
Why are you chewing so much?
Yeah.
Just swallow it. You don't need you're over chew everything.
We're a very busy family. We don't have time for chewing here.
Cut it in fours.
You should be riding high off some that kind of feat.
I know I should. I should be walking around beating my chest and shit. I don't know. I guess it goes to show the depth of fucking self-loathing. I don't know what it is. I gotta go see it.
When was it?
This was, what day is today? Wednesday, so it would have been Monday.
Yeah, it's less than 48 hours, and you can. Who else was at the table? Was Edgar sitting there? And he was just sitting on his ass, right? And you fucking leapt into action.
Who ate all the hot dogs?
Yeah,
Pam?
And Pam was there, and Suzanne was there.
So everybody saw it.
Well, Suzanne starts screaming. That's normally what she does when we think.
That's the alarm.
Yeah.
There's the alarm. Where's the action?
That's usually to calm everyone down. She starts screaming and going wild. And Edgar's like, calm down. This is years
Makes
years
the kid
ago.
even more going crazy.
We thought that this is the biggest asshole thing I ever did. This is actually probably to make up for, the saving is to make up for this. But when she was little, she was 3, and I pretended I ate a rock.
Right.
And I was like, I got such strong teeth, I can eat rocks. And
So she ate one?
she pretended she did, just like I pretended. But I thought she really ate it, and I was like, "Did you eat that rock?" And then I think she thought she was in trouble, so she didn't say anything. And I'm like, "Holy shit, she's choking on a rock!" Again, Suzanne starts screaming, goes flying out of the house. Edgar's like, "What the hell's going on?" This is years ago.
But if she pretended,
not much has changed, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but if she was pretended, what was she choking on then?
Nothing.
So you thought? So wait a minute. So she wasn't choking, but you leapt into action if she was choking to get the rock out of her?
Yeah.
I don't know if a rock can do any damage. I think my dog eats rocks, and he's all right.
Yeah, but I mean, she was so little, I thought if it got lodged in her throat or something, just like the hot dog.
But she was able to speak, though.
No, she couldn't. No, it was Suzanne who was screaming and running around like crazy. But she was, I was like, can you talk? I was like, say Dana. And she was just looking at me. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, now she's going to choke to death on a rock because I can't stop myself from constantly making shit up. So, but yeah.
So Edgar was like, so you had to be like,
he's like, what's going on?
Did you cop to the fact that like, well,
fuck no. I was like, we thought she swallowed a rock, dumb kid.
Who eats rocks?
Yeah. What, you got Down syndrome or something? What the fuck's the matter with you? Yeah, she's smarter than me. I'm the fucking asshole who's like, shit. I said, I go like start strangling Suzanne because I'm afraid she's going to rat me out. They come in, Suzanne's dead. Sage is like, what's going on? Feeding rocks.
That's awesome, though. I mean, everybody else is just sitting on their hands.
A man of action.
Not Brian Johnson.
No.
Everyone's screaming or in shock. Not you.
Or wondering what their 49-year-old son is doing in their house.
I was just over there for dinner.
How do you expect us to leap into action? Yeah. He's back.
It's a good thing he's back, though.
We're safe again.
Got a lifeguard in the house now.
Yeah, it was one of those things like this whole eviction thing. Stayed at the extended stay for a little while. What a treat that is. It's and Sage loves it. Sage would fucking live
at pool.
Yeah, she would live in a hotel if she could. And then Pam's like, "Stay here. We have the room. Don't waste money. Stay here." Blah blah blah. And I don't know. It's fine.
Right. I think
totally fine.
I think, can I offer just a suggestion?
I want to listen to everything you have to say because, dude, you're so fucking zen. Like, I probably need to be medicated and then I could be as zen as you. But holy shit, man. Like, I got that text last night and it I actually got it this morning since I threw my phone yesterday and broke it. But when I read it, I was like, wow, what a fucking great guy. Like, what a good friend, man. Like, simple, like, not overly fucking emotional and shit, but I was like, it meant a lot, like in the moment.
Well, I'm glad to hear it helped. I mean, I was going to come over your house because, I'd gotten word that you weren't doing well. But then I was like, well, he's at his mom's house. It'll be weird if I go over, so I'll just text you.
Because they're probably having sex. Yeah. I want to walk in on
Suzanne, did you swallow a rock?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna.
Hot dogs.
Yeah. But Edgar's like, she's about to swallow, too.
But the way you're operating now, it'd be safe to say not totally happy with the outcome of things, right?
Life in general, or
just the way your MO, the way you go.
I can't seem to operate like a normal person. No, there's something that, like, if there's like I said, man, I'm great at advising other people. Maybe not right now. Now I'd probably be like, hold my hand as I fucking leap into the ocean.
Have some rocks.
Yeah, try a hot dog. I want to feel good. I want to feel alive again.
But I mean, I don't know if it would even work. But if you were to make every effort to try to treat Suzanne, your mom, Edgar, and this would be difficult, but as if they meant everything.
Or anything.
He's got a knife right by him over there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not fooling around.
I heard you're good at this butterfly knife, man.
I used to have
pretty
one.
skilled.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Just give us a little demonstration, man. I heard he's
Who'd you hear this from?
Get him reported. See, that's not easy, man, because that's a fucking sharp knife. Well, like one misstep.
You got to make sure you do it this way. You do this way, you're going to have hot dogs for dinner.
Oh, I didn't even know you were skilled in the art of.
Yeah, no, I had.
What'd you call that?
I took karate and stuff when I was younger too.
Butterfly
That's
knife.
karate.
Flipping?
That's considered martial arts.
It could be if I throw them.
What are you talking? Well, that would be considered martial arts. Fucking swinging a knife around.
I was doing nunchucks too. No, I took some karate stuff. Too,
what belt were you?
Chinese star, huh?
What belt were you?
I didn't get past I think whatever the second was green or after white, whatever was after white.
White is first.
White was first. It was the next belt.
Green belt.
That was it. Yeah,
it was like green, blue, red, brown, black, something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, not many
massive.
people go around boasting about a second level belt.
Yeah.
I guess.
You're talking about a long time
But you know what?
ago,
That's
man.
still like that's 2 levels above most people in the room, right?
Well, like,
Can you break any boards?
I've never did the Heimlich maneuver. I mean,
No.
so maybe I could take a life and he could save it.
But have you broken any boards? How many boards? Any bricks?
Nothing like that.
No?
Nothing like that.
You never like got into a situation ready to karate kick a guy.
Nah, I never even had to use it. To tell you the truth, I really don't remember much
It's a
of
good
it.
thing, man, because your hands are lethal weapons.
They should be registered.
Kung Fu. I just walked the earth like Kane.
But anyway, going back to what I was saying, though, is like, could you go with that MO? Could you operate like that? I know it sounds weird, but maybe it would.
As if they meant everything to me?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that they just a different mindset. I think that is the key here is a different mindset may be helpful. It may not be. I don't know.
Well, it all depends on, are they agitators? Well, you could have one person that could agitate and just trigger a series of events.
Yeah, so what if you have 3?
Right. So 3 I'm trying to do the best with. There's always that one agitator in there and throws everything off. Puts me right back in my mood.
I definitely need a different mindset. I don't know if that's exactly the way I would go.
Good earplugs.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's just, I hate to see you beat yourself up, take yourself to task for God knows, I don't even know what at this point. Because, you want, like, it was so, I thought it was so weird. That's why I didn't want to do it. It was like, you had this blowout with Ming because you didn't show up to a con. I don't know if you want to talk about that. You can cut this if you want.
Oh, no, it's okay. It wasn't really a blowout, I didn't think.
You were mad.
Oh, no, I wasn't really mad. I was like, was I mad? Did I blow? Because I forget it sometimes.
You were mad, and you sent a text to me and Q. Were like, Ming is never to be involved in anything. Tell him Steve Dave again. That tells me you're furious.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. I forgot about that.
You're furious.
Because I saw on Twitter he starts like...
He was going after you.
He starts putting me on blast on Twitter, which to me is like, you're either not friends with the person or you're a fucking 14-year-old girl. That's my feeling about calling somebody out else on Twitter.
Well, I would have to, to be fair to Ming, I would have to be, it's not as if I haven't done it to you before, though.
What's that? Oh, put me on blast on Twitter?
Remember when I fucking went after you for saying you're rooting for the Kings?
Oh, yeah, because you started saying some really mean shit that I was like, wow. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's true. Over something that I was like...
I was mad.
It was like... It was then that it was really at that moment that I truly understood like the level of your psychosis when it comes to like the devils and that shit.
You rocked the boat. I don't want you to feel any guilt because I'm over it. But I still maintain that if you didn't rock that boat, the Devils would have had a 4th fucking cup.
Right. They probably read that tweet and they're like, everyone's like, what are we making this?
What chance do we got now?
Yeah. The ranks of pucknuts are divided. One seems to be jokingly supporting the Kings. Oh, boy, you were pissed. Yeah.
Well, anyway, so Ming calls you out. So
Ming calls me out, and, he's like, makes me look bad, makes the manager look bad, which to me, I'm like, look, I'm not saying I'm right by not showing up. But I'm not saying I'm right at all.
But what I'm getting back is you wanted to pod with Ming. And you wanted me to come and be involved in it, and you wanted me to go after you, almost like in a sadomasochistic way. And I'm like, well, I don't have any. I'm not, but I'm not annoyed with you. I don't care if you don't go to a con. Right. In my eyes, the only thing that I would say is, it just would stink if there's, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but if there's a couple of people who showed up, I'm not saying like there would be droves of people you disappointed, but there may be a couple of people who are on a budget who are like, hey, I paid.
Right,
good money to see you.
Yeah, see this asshole, and then he's not even there.
Yeah.
To those people, I said just email me, and a couple of people have. Is email me at tellthemsteve37@gmail, and I'll make it right. I'll do something for you. Yeah,
nice.
Oh, you did. So you right, but you want and I thought it was weird, and I was like, well, I don't want to. And
Mike was going to be there too. Mike was gonna be the counterpoint. I just didn't want anything because what I'll do is I'll try to talk circles around Ming, but I want someone who's experienced with me talking circles around people and not let me get away with it. So I would be held accountable. Yeah, but I think you're again. I think you're. I'm not going to say you're right in not going or you're wrong in not going, but
I just think you just got to be like, you know what? You're not into it.
I'm not that
Stop
guy.
agreeing to it.
Yeah. I know.
Stop agreeing to it.
That's what I do every time. I'm just like, why the fuck did I say yes?
Because it's 6 months from now. You're like, oh, in 6 months from now, I'll go. And then when it's just 6 hours away, you're like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
You're 6 hours from the flight. I mean,
what was I thinking? Yeah.
Yeah. So you just got to stop.
Like Pittsburgh, though. Like you're going to be in Pittsburgh, and I'm like, I'll like doing that because you'll be there. Like the ones you go to, I have fun. And it's not that I dislike Mike and Meg because I don't. Like I like them, and when we're doing the shows, it's fun and stuff. More and more, I find like they don't give us panels, which is really the only reason I want to go.
Yeah, it's the only reason I don't want to do it. Well, it's one of the reasons I don't want to do it. I can't stand the panels.
Really, the panels
are for awkward, and I'm just.
So
I
do all
I want to hide.
Connecticut, stuff like that, and just stuff that's not really that far away.
Yeah, but you got to go where the guarantee is. So if that means getting on a plane.
Yeah, and even then, there's just something again like about, hey, I'm going to write my name on this. Give me money. Like I just,
it sucks.
It's not you then.
What's strange though is if I was getting a huge guarantee, like say $50,000 a weekend, it'd be way less tacky.
I'd be there before me.
Than the guarantees we get if we get a guarantee anymore.
Right.
You know.
But like I said,
we're the only people who fucking are on TV. Every year, the price goes down. People want to see us less.
Well, I mean, look at your
now.
But that's just the way our ball has dropped. You know, it dropped on the side of it's going downhill. Q's ball is bouncing uphill. Ours is bouncing a little downhill, but it still doesn't change.
Like we wish we were the Monkeys.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Not
eventually,
at all.
that ball will run downhill too. Eventually,
but I would not. I mean, I don't mean it in a bad way, but I would not want to do what Q's doing. I would not want to have that kind of pressure, that kind of.
We could be the Impractical Jokers if you would just fly. We'd be fucking millionaires right now. We'd be selling out arenas.
CVM? You wouldn't even sell out a fucking VFW hall.
Could we get like the first couple rows if we offered free food? It's crazy how fucking popular they are.
And I don't mean I don't want anybody to think that I wouldn't want to do it. I just. Am not built. I'm not built to handle what he's doing, and I would not enjoy myself. But I could see how easily it could be, the greatest thing.
I'm sure it takes its toll on you, though. But I'm sure it takes its toll on you. All that flight, traveling, everything else. Eventually,
but it would.
All those taxes he has to pay.
Yeah, taxes you got to pay. But I'm saying your home life. How much home life do you have left?
The toll for me, would be exactly what you're saying. The toll for me would be like being away from my routines, being away from the things that I enjoy, or just all that. They would be, but there is a, it's like, well, you're getting compensated to miss those things for a little bit. So, I'm not.
So basically, Meg wants to be in the Practical Jokers.
I mean,
fit his lifestyle great.
He's
kind of
living, and he's on tour basically all year round, isn't he?
You have a family. I mean, Q's by himself. I mean, it's a big difference. I mean, you have no obligations.
But my kids are older now, so
true.
I wouldn't
want to be away from that dog, though, man. That dog is awesome.
Oh, my dog?
Yeah, that dog. That bulldog's awesome. I love that dog.
You'd be like Shannon Elizabeth. She brings her dog everywhere.
I couldn't take him everywhere I go. He's a fucking pain in the ass because I have to carry him everywhere because he fucking woke up and going down the stairs.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a dude long ago when I used to have a place to live. There was a guy who had like a old, like one of those little mini collies. And this dude was not a fucking young guy. He was probably in his mid-60s. And he would have to carry that dog up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, they either can't do it or won't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's him. He won't do it because he slipped down the stairs. And now it's ingrained in him that he's not going to do it. So I got to carry him everywhere. And it's just... It's taking its toll. My neck hurts.
Does he whine? Like if you go upstairs and he's down there, really?
He cries to get to come up.
Just shoots up the stairs like, there you go, putz.
Well, I'm here to tell you, Walt, that there's no breed of dog that can overcome the comfort that a Casper mattress will provide.
That could alleviate some back pain. I'm sleeping on a Casper mattress, and I'll tell you, after my back is really hurting, that's the one thing I'm like, I just got to lay down on my mattress for a little bit.
Yeah, you're like, Deb, get the Casper. Did they drag it out for you, or
no? We have it on our bed.
Okay. These are required talking points. Sunday Jeff, we get in big trouble if we don't do this. The Casper is an obsessively engineered mattress at a shockingly fair price that I would agree with.
Yeah, it's a good price.
Supportive memory foam to create an award-winning sleep surface with just the right sink and just the right bounce. What are the fucking, like, the Sleepies, like, award-winning sleep surface? Like, who gives that award?
Oh, they've won the Sleepy?
It's
an award called the Sleepy? Well, I mean, the mattress industry, I think you're very misinformed if you don't think the sleep industry and mattress industry isn't a very dog-eat-dog world. You have no idea, and you have no idea how much competition there is out there.
Right.
And to win a Sleepy means that you're...
You know I made up the Sleepy, right?
Oh, there's really not a Sleepy award? There's not an award? We should make one up right for them right now. Present it with Casper now.
They said they create an award-winning sleep service.
Why'd you call it the Sleepy then?
I don't know, because you sleep on the surface.
They got the Sleepy Award.
Yeah, it's the 2017 Sleepies. I think Casper sweeps them.
Yeah, I think they've won every
11 days in 2017. Yeah. They were already won an award.
Time Magazine named it one of the best inventions of 2015.
How is it a fucking mattress an invention?
You want to sleep on the floor?
But come on. How can you create something that already exists? Just change the interior of it and then call it an invention.
Put a clock in it, right? Isn't that what they say in The Simpsons?
Right? Would that be considered an invention?
Well, they're saying that it's obsessively engineered.
I may have to take a Sleepy away for that.
Oh, really? It's like when Milli Vanilli got their Grammys taken away and shit. Free shipping and returns, U.S. and Canada. U.S. and Canada are favored by countries. Why not Mexico? Why are they saying sorry, Mexicans?
Because they're sleeping here.
They already jumped over the wall. That's what they should do is line. Yeah. If Trump builds his wall, Casper should line it with mattresses so when they hop over, they don't get hurt and they're fucking in the country anyway.
It's so comfortable they just fall asleep. You don't even have to catch them.
Yeah,
you just get them right there.
Scoop them up. Casper's like, So anyway, about those Sleepies.
About the Sleepy Awards. Go back to that.
No more walls.
100 nights risk-free in your own home?
It's pretty good.
Now, what do they do if you do return it after 100 nights? They've got to destroy that.
And you've had 100 nights of fucking sweet lovemaking.
Would you
100 nights in a row?
Could you do 100 nights in a row?
I couldn't do 100 seconds in a row.
I don't know. So come on.
Could I?
I don't even think Q could do 100 nights in a row.
No, maybe 20 years ago. 25 years. How old are we? 49? 20?
There's not a chance he could do 100 nights in a row.
Quinn?
No. His schedule alone would not allow it. But even if he was to take 100 nights off from his...
The 100-night Casper Challenge. Can we get that going? You know how they have like all these fucking challenges on YouTube?
Yes, that's our new challenge. How do you prove it though? You got to tile it out.
Well, yeah, you buy a Casper.
It's kind of like
and 100 nights in a row, you have to show yourself fucking on it. You just for a little bit. You will tile out the naughty bits. And the first person, all right, wow. That's the new thing, the Casper fuck challenge.
But let's say you do. Let's say you were to keep, not even, don't worry about the 100 nights in a row thing, okay. But let's say you did keep the Casper for 100 nights. Do you think there's any asshole out there that's like, I'm going to sleep on it for 100 nights, and I'm going to return it on the 101st? What do they got to do with that mattress? You think to destroy it? Or do they recycle
I don't know, Sunday Jeff, how did they handle it when Walt told you to give theirs back?
What's that?
drags it in the Suncoast. Does this belong here?
I slap a fucking a sticker on it that has no...
A UPC. Yeah, it's like a Green Arrow figure or something.
There's no way, right?
Good news, I got $9.99 for the mattress.
I got something.
Oh, they got it destroyed. It's like MeUndies. Like MeUndies is like, hey, you don't like your, I don't mean to let a MeUndies commercial bleed in here, but you don't like it, you send them back, you get rid of them. Nobody's like,
but can you recycle?
like a giant fucking box of MeUndies that are like, hey, these are free for the taking, guys.
But can you recycle the foam? Is foam recyclable?
Probably. Didn't they have all those remnants at Collingswood, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
They must do so. Maybe they donate
Casper
it
mattresses.
Well, they sell used mattresses. Like if you go into a place,
where
like a secondhand, like a thrift store or something.
What is that? 3 months? A little over 3 months,
something like that.
Right, but I mean,
because you sleep on mattresses in hotels and shit. And
yeah, you're right. I'm just wondering, like, what I mean.
There's no way Casper packages it and sells it as new. No way. If that's what you're getting at,
no, I'm not. But I'm just wondering, like, I you know what? It's moot,
right?
Because there's never no returns.
Right. The return department has been fucking liquidated.
Right. They're the new Maytag repairman. The people at the return department at Casper.
Yeah, they're sleeping.
Hoping.
They got cobwebs on them. Special offer to listeners, $50 toward any mattress purchase by visiting casper.com/TESD. Because Sage is one of those kids that, like, I have a king bed, but, like, even at 10, she still wants to sleep in the same bed, but she kicks and all this other shit. So I go sleep in her bed. She has a Casper mattress, so I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
Fall right asleep.
Yep.
Where do you got to go?
I jerked off 100 nights in a row on her mattress. www.casper.com/TESD.
Can I take care of some business too?
Oh, more business? Sure.
Yeah, this is important. It's about clay, baby.
Oh, we need
clay
to hear
business.
About clay.
Another update here. I'm getting a lot of emails about people who. It seems 4 years. How late is this project?
I think it's only 2 years.
2 years. Only 2 years.
Come on, let's not get crazy.
But it seems 2 years is a long time in the age of media because apparently there's this thing called digital downloads that people are asking if they can get instead of a DVD.
So they bypassed your fucking antiquated DVD. They're not even going for the Blu-ray. They're like, is there any way you could just get a digital download?
And I asked Declan to look into it, and he's set up a website where we're asking people to go check in and make sure your address is correct. Mm-hmm. And apparently a lot of people have been asking me, can I get the digital download instead of the DVD? Right. Yes, you could change your preference on the website too. If you just want to get the digital instead of the DVD, go for it. And that's TESDclay.com. And we're also going to send out an
email blast
and Kickstarter update too with the website address after this drops. So TESDclay.com, and before Valentine's Day, if you want a digital download, you will have one. That's what you could do on Valentine's Day.
Sweet, nice, man. Oh, I mean, come on. That's a great thing to do.
Get your honey, lay in your Casper.
Your honey?
Yeah.
What do you do with honey?
You're a woman.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about literal honey.
Oh, well, that's what I was. Hey, listen, if you want to play that, you want to do that in your Casper, that's fine too.
I like to masturbate with molasses.
and also, I'm asking. We're trying to do a very, very cool project in 2017, later in 2017, and I am putting out feelers or looking for anybody who listens to Tell 'em Steve Dave who might have some prowess in digital scanning, like 3D printing. If you
printing or sculpting,
3D printing, I think I'm looking to get something 3D scanned for something we're going to do later on in the year, and I really would love to have someone come into Red Bank and be able to talk to me and do it, but
local, you want somebody
local, but I'll take whatever I can get at this point, though. But
if you want to fly yourself in,
you contact me at KMEWES2 and put in the topic or the subject of the email 3D printing help.
3D printing help.
All right.
How many fucking emails does Declan have going on now? Like every single, whether it's like the clay, whether it's the voices, whether it's this or that.
No, that's
it's
Pepper.
Everybody has. Oh, is that
that's
Pepper?
That's not Declan. Yeah, Declan's only dealing with one thing right now. That's the TESDclay.com.
Gotcha. All right. Sunday, Jeff, you know what I'm wondering, man? I'm in the market for a new car, right? Are you a car guy? Do you like cars? Do you like the engineering of cars, of automobiles?
Do you pay attention to the art of the car?
The art of the car?
The art of the car has been lost, right?
Or is it just the practical use?
After doing what I did for all these years, yeah. Well, it's just it's just a mean of transportation to me now. I can tell you if the car is good.
When you were younger, did you have a dream car? Like you were did you call your car when you were walking with your friends? Like, my car. That's my car.
Yeah. That's my limo.
Did you ever do that?
The one that won't start?
Did you have a car that you dreamed of having
I was
as a
into muscle
kid?
cars. I wasn't really into cars like that.
I didn't even say muscle car.
Nah, any
You're
of those.
the one that brought up muscles.
Yeah, what's up, Nancy boy?
The cars that I like.
You wanted a pink Cadillac like those Mary Kay ladies and shit.
Were all the exotic cars. Those are cars I like. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, stuff
So what
like
was your
that.
dream car when you're growing up?
Probably Lamborghini Countach.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yep, the Lamborghini Countach.
That was the big one in the 80s.
That was the
yeah,
one.
That was one. Ferrari Testarossa. I mean, there was just so many of them.
Is the dream dead? Is there any chance you'll ever own it?
Let's look at the guy. How do you think?
Yeah. Hot Wheels and Matchbox.
No, there's no. Come on, man. That's what we do around this age. Guys will have their crisis and get their car that they want.
My dreams, my dreams now are just having breakfast with Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and Blueberry. I'd settle for that at this time.
Those dreams are very easy to attain, but a contusious? What's it called?
Contusious?
What's it
I think
called?
you got a contusious.
Lamborghini
Concussion?
Countach.
What's it called? Lamborghini Countach? What's it called?
Countach.
Countach. That's not possible.
I don't even
at
know
this
if they make
stage.
those anymore. No.
Would you want
For you, maybe.
No, to 1990.
That's the last year they made it.
Yeah.
Would you, if you had your own Ferrari, would you peel? Could you do that?
Would you race up? Would you race up and down Broad Street?
Are you able? Would you? I always was. I never could burn rubber. I never knew how to do it.
Oh, that I've done before.
You burned rubber, huh?
Yeah, that I've done.
Well, it's hard to burn rubber in a Civic.
I had a Camaro.
Well, you used to have this Civic.
You made it burn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you used to have this Civic. Every time he fucking put on the turn signal, the windshield wipers would come on. Every time, without fail. Every time, yeah.
You see this, when I first met him, his windshield wipers, he had a freaking piece of string going through the window, and he used to pull the fucking string back and forth. He's following in my house in a rainstorm one day. I was like, dude, why you go so? I'm doing so slow. He's just still with this, like a yellow piece of yarn. It's like, fucking fix the thing. It was a Ford. He had that Ford Pro. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. I'm sitting in the car one time. It's like, dude, I think somebody just hit me. And he just still goes on like nothing was going on.
What was that blue car you had that was Pontiac Sunbird, was it?
That's before my time.
Or
no, I had a Chevette. I had
the Chevette was the one that the windshield wipers always came on.
Sundance.
Sundance.
I had a Sundance. That was like light blue, like a metallic light blue.
I remember when I lived a couple doors down from you, and it looked like someone had poured like a bucket of White House paint all over the side of his car. He doesn't even we go to get him. He doesn't acknowledge it. He's not like, who the fuck poured paint on my car? Or the
a massive bird shit.
Really, literally, like the world's biggest bird took a shit on it. We just get in the car and he drives off, and you said nothing.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, I was like, what's all over your car? You're like, what are you talking about?
And I remember your brother, because your brother, I remember you said that your brother was questioning you, like, what the fuck's all over his car?
Yeah.
And it didn't bother me. Cars have never been.
But something else you would notice within a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah, if it was on a comic I bought, it would fucking drive me nuts. It would be like I would lose sleep. I'd be tossing and turning, and I'd be like, I got to get a new copy of that comic book.
Just see the fold etched in his mind.
There's a fucking minute little fucking hair smudge or something is not correct, and it would bother the shit out of me. But, yeah, my car could have someone basically fucking...
It was vandalized, for Christ's sakes.
The doors off the car while he goes in there.
Yeah, I heard that you inspect your CDs rather carefully once you.
If they're used.
Yeah, Gator told
He's
us.
like, how the fuck did he find that
When
out?
you were over at Jack's before, he said you went over to Jack's, and I was like, and I said, well, when he walks into Jack's, I bet you everybody in that fucking place is fucking jumps to attention because you're the last man alive buying any fucking CDs or anything.
That's not true. I mean, there's, I guess more people are. I mean, I'm not hip like everybody today buying vinyl, a backward technology, but
you're still in the market for CDs if you see one you like. And he said that when last time you brought a CD and Ginnam was here working with you,
I open them up.
Like a mental patient was looking at it, looking for the most.
Talking about Ginnam and mental patients doesn't even go right. All right, that's right off the bat. That's not even.
He
close.
said you had a jeweler's loop out.
He said it looked like you look like Chaka looking in a mirror. He had never seen a mirror before.
Chaka Bukuni.
Chaka would be like berries.
Chaka CD?
He said you really would like give it the once over like no one's business.
Because there's two reasons why I've done that recently. One time I got the CD. It wasn't even the right CD in the jewel case when I got home. And then the other time is...
I would think
that's a cursory glance, not an inspection.
I would think you need to look at it that close.
I'm just saying, the other time, there has been times where I have bought a couple CDs over there, and they're pretty fucked up. They don't play. They don't download on my iTunes. And then
you couldn't rip them?
No, it would be like it would like lock up. It'd be like, and it would just that's it. No matter how many times I try.
Indian CD. I'm also told you have every CD you've ever bought. You still
no. A lot of times it.
Not true.
No way.
You threw them out.
No. The only thing I ever keep is basically. I don't throw them out. I traded a lot of stuff in there too.
You got all your Kiss CDs?
Kiss, I have. I have my Kiss CDs.
You got all your Led Zeppelin CDs?
I got a Japanese box set of Led Zeppelin. It came with all like the miniature LPs.
Every time I seem to ask you for, do you have this on CD? You have it.
Well, I have it on my iTunes now. But what I can do is I just burn it on a CD or I put it on a USB drive and I can bring it in for you. I don't really have a lot of. My like the soundtracks and score stuff. I still have that. I won't.
You don't ever get rid of them,
no,
right?
Those I'll keep.
I would love if Lars heard that and sued him. Like, he was named in a lawsuit for.
Well, he didn't mention Metallica.
Yeah, that's true.
Metallica. I like Metallica.
The last thing that I think I asked you for and you had it, it would have been probably. I don't even remember. It's been so long.
Cars, I think, was
one of
them.
the Cars. That's right. Yep, you had a Cars double disc that you
like Rick Ocasek Cars.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Did you get the new Metallica?
I did.
It's fucking great, isn't it? You don't like it?
I can't say that I think it's great. I don't think it's as good as the last album.
Really?
I don't dig it that much.
I didn't. You know what? I hardly listened to the last album until you told me. Like, I started listening to it, and it's actually pretty good.
Right, Death Magnetic.
Yeah, so I listened to that, and this one I like a lot too.
Do you?
I was surprised how much I liked it.
I'll be honest, I haven't really given it an honest listen. Mm-hmm. I picked it up and...
oh, shit, I'll burn that from you then.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Ooh, Lars, you hear that?
Yeah, I really do need to give it a more honest listen. I have only listened... I hear some of the songs on the radio when I'm driving around, and I'm like, they don't connect with me as much as I thought they would. Mm-hmm. They kind of sound... just not the same sound that or too similar to to another album.
Yeah.
Which would be?
What was the one?
They did Load, Reload.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's when the radio discovered them, and they started. They're like, hey, let's all get our hair cut at the same time. Like, who the fuck does that?
What's that?
Cut their hair at the same time. Remember?
You've always brought that up as like that always bothered
so
you.
Weird, man. It's just like. Why do y'all got to cut your hair?
Have you read anywhere that there was somebody was like, we are cutting our hair, and anybody objected? And they were like, you must do it? Or like, I mean, I don't understand why have always fixated on
because
that
it was a decision as a band. They're like, all right, on the roster, here's what we got going on. This song, fucking Kirk. Good fucking solo. Oh, and we're all going to get haircuts at the same time.
I don't believe that ever happened.
But you thought it was
organic.
Do you think they all showed up? They're like, holy shit, you got a haircut too? All four of them?
No, but I'm saying like, but in between the haircut and getting the photo for the album, who's to say that one of them didn't get it like 6 months a haircut before, and then another one got one 2 months later? You don't know like they all got haircuts on the same day at the same fucking barbershop.
I didn't say they went to the same barber shop.
But you're maintaining that it was a conscious decision to go with haircuts.
Oh, I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Unless
just like a boy band, if they were like, hey, we're all going to wear the same outfit for this fucking show. Let's all go get our haircut. They're all fucking like heavy metal, like rock gods and shit. And all of a sudden, they're all like, hey, let's get our haircut. It seems weird.
Like I said, you really fixated on that, and it never. Yeah, I didn't give it the time of day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well. But back to the cars. See, this is the car.
You're buying a car.
No, well, yeah, but this is not the car that I'm buying because I couldn't.
You're
possibly
buying another
afford
old
this.
car?
No, I'm not buying
Super
this
Sport,
car.
huh?
That's probably like a $60,000-$70,000 car.
Oh,
so,
is it? Okay.
So yeah, I'm not buying this car. But you were talking about cars that like you would buy.
Oh, that's your dream car?
It wasn't
when
when I
you were a
was
teenager?
young. I was talking about this the other day, actually. In third grade, there was this guy named Gary Wise. He lived down the street from me. And he had a Firebird with that metallic flake paint. It was like purpley and black, and it had flames on the side. Professionally done, not like some half-assed, like, you know, like teenager did it or whatever. And I remember being in third grade and thinking, like, if I could ever own a car like that, like, life couldn't get better. Life could not get better than owning that car. Maybe I'm right because I've never owned the car.
Yeah.
I have owned a Firebird, but it was a fucking baby blue piece of shit. It's actually the same color as your Sunbird or whatever.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah.
What year?
That would have been 84.
Yeah, that's when
Firebird.
the body style was different.
Yeah, I like the new Corvettes.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're really good looking
How
cars.
much they go for?
50, 60?
Yeah.
Maybe even more. I think whatever the hell that other higher models are, 70.
I mean, dude, you can't.
They're beautiful.
You
They did a
can't
nice
look
job
at a
with
car now that's like halfway
$25,000,
$30,000. I'm fine. About $30,000 is what you're looking at. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. But then you buy something used and it fucking immediately breaks.
Yeah, that's
So
that's the thing, though. That's why I will never buy a used car because I don't want to have to like constantly worry if it's going to break. You know,
The white paint on it.
I'll show you my. Oh fuck! I didn't bring it. It looks like the car was in a hellstorm, like the most hellish hellstorm ever. Because I got so fucking pissed the other day and I took a bat.
A golf
bat
ball.
to the car.
Yeah, I was just in a blind rage. I have problems lately, man.
Yeah,
Just like, yeah, I know. I don't like in the moment. I don't like it. Doesn't. I don't. Have you ever been like you can't stop yourself? Like you can't stop yourself from doing something, even though in the moment you know you probably shouldn't do it. Or it doesn't even occur to you that you're probably.
I usually have a threshold.
Like a snap, right?
Well, it depends on what it is. I mean, you eventually have to walk away from it eventually, but there's definitely a I mean, everybody's different. I have a threshold when it comes to certain things. I just walk away from things.
You seen Sunday Jeff come close to snapping at work ever?
Work? No.
Yeah.
That's
Not even with Get 'em?
No.
He just he just turns you in.
You just wear you out.
Yeah, it's like mentally being talked to. Like it's just whenever you say something, he refers to it's got to be either to the computer or it's just he just brings stuff back.
That.
It's like he wants
that.
to show you.
Yeah.
You know, you remember that stupid cartoon where the dog's like, "Can I hang with your boys? Can I hang with your boys?" He's like just constantly bouncing around you. It's like he's such a good like a good, kind-hearted person. It's just that he just. Well, no, I'm saying he means well. I mean, I feel he means well.
Where's your proof?
You know, I mean, he means well.
I'm waiting to see some kind examples of kindness. I think you're right. I think he means well.
Yeah, I think he definitely means well.
But as far like I understand you're saying,
it definitely goes out of way to help you if you wanted.
Oh yeah, really?
Well, maybe me. I mean, I didn't bring like 30 boxes of comics up and down the stairs either. You know, guys are ready to have a heart attack.
Right on his ass when he took a break.
But he has a thing for like he just can't tell you. He's like, let me show you on a computer.
Yeah.
Let me find a YouTube video for you to watch.
Maybe that's a way for him to explain it, I guess, to you more.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
It's easier for him to do that. But it's just whatever you say, there's some kind of information that pops up in his brain, I guess, and he just automatically
needs to tell you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if he doesn't tell you, it would bother him. Just like scratch CDs bother me, you know, stuff like that.
You know what doesn't bother me? Walt, Loot Crate.
And why would it ever?
I know. Why would Loot Crate ever bother you, man? Talk about the crate I received last month. Or should I say the fucking person who probably stole it off my doorstep since that was constantly happening. I'll eventually name this place, but Christ almighty, if you like people stealing your packages, if you like illegal daycare centers running 24/7 all around you, if you like people doing unlicensed automotive repair in the driveway and pay fucking $2,400 a month all for the fucking for the privilege, then this is the place for you.
You didn't have a ring set up?
No. I took it in the ring month after month. We're fucking advertising all sorts out there. Fucking no. And I said that was one of the things I said to the lady when, like, this was, I don't know, I can't remember if I talked about this or not, but this was in the summer where I had two motorcycles parked in the same spot, and it became a whole fucking thing. They're like, we're going to tow one of them and all this other shit. So I go down to the office, and I was like, what is the problem? I was like, I don't get it. And they're like, well, you're not allowed to have two vehicles in one spot. And I said, where does it say that anywhere? I said, I'm taking up one spot. And you have to pay. You have to pay for these spots. You live in a fucking a luxury apartment complex, and you have to pay for these spots.
It's just being so petty, though, because if you could fit two motorcycles in the spot,
that happens.
What difference would it make to anybody else in that building?
That's what I said.
You're not
infringing. 50
infringing.
Fucking motorcycles in the spot. What difference does it make?
You're not infringing on anybody else's
because
space.
they want the money for the second motorcycle.
Exactly.
They want you to pay for the separate spot.
They want that fucking money. It's
They'd be like, look, this guy's bringing our stuff down. He's showing we're cheap.
Now back to Loot Crate, and
I said to the lady, I said. Like, she goes, it's not fair. I was like, how? If you tell me how it's not fair, I said, I will move the motorcycle.
You know those little electric cars that they have? They're really...
Oh, yeah, I hate them. I want to push them over when I see them.
But if you were able to fit two in there, would you be mad, though, at somebody?
You know when people weren't mad at me? When I used to, in the winter, when I wasn't using, because when I only had the one motorcycle, I would park it at the very head of the spot, and then I would pull my car in. So I was only, I'm allowed two spots, but I'm like, it gets cold, really cold. You know, the spots are always taken. You know, sometimes people don't want to walk that far. So I'm like, if I only take up one spot, then what's the big deal? Then it wasn't a problem. but when I have two bikes in one spot, and I said to the lady, I was like, look, I like you. I said, tell the property manager to call me about it because I'm going to talk to her in a way that I don't want to talk to you. And she said, okay. Then I never heard anything about it again. Then they never said anything.
Right.
But yeah. It's like you should see these cars. You know, if you like the fucking random drug raid now and then, this is a spot for you. If you like shitty appliances, you know, like I'm telling you,
this was luxury.
Dishwasher's fucking real loud. The dryer, if you like, say you wash towels, you got to dry them 3 fucking times because the dryer sucks. The washer doesn't have a fabric softener dispenser. Like all the little fucking nitpicky fucking bullshit that they could get away with because they're cheap cunts. They're corporate fucking pieces of shit. That's all they care about is the fucking bottom line. They're traded publicly, you know.
Right.
This is what I mean.
See, he's going to add.
All right, hold on.
Now you're back at
He's in the
Ham's, and I'm sure you don't have to deal with it.
I wish Sage was choking again so I can feel good. Come here. No, I don't have to deal. No, I don't really have to deal with anything. But the littlest thing set me off. Like I went to Verizon today to try to return this Fios box. And it's just some motherfucker sitting.
What's that?
It's a cable box.
You can do that right to at any Verizon store?
Well, that's what I was told until I fucking got there, and they're like, well, it's showing that your account isn't canceled. And I was like, all right, well, can you do that? No, they can't do that there. You have to call. So I call, and I just keep getting the same shit, the same fucking recording about paying. And it's like, but I paid. Like, everything's paid. I just have to return the box. And I'm I can feel myself.
They should be able to look it up and see if you paid.
I'm ready to throw the fucking box across the fucking showroom. Like it's a bag with the box and the fucking router in it.
This is why I went to Comcast.
And Suzanne just grabs my arm because she sees it. Like she's like, let's just go. Because I'm like,
so you didn't take care of it?
You motherfucker! Yeah, pull out his knife. I didn't. I had to go back all the way back to the house, and I was like, I just called, and they're like, okay, well, you know, give them a couple seconds, but you can bring it back. I'm like, a couple seconds. I was like, I'm 25 fucking minutes away. Like, come on, man. It's
this
like every
wireless?
little
so you can bring
thing.
it back to a wireless store?
That's what they said. Yeah. The bigger Verizon store, whatever. I don't know. It's the minutia of life.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It's the same thing that everybody's going through.
Right.
So you got to remind yourself
I'm not
you're
special.
in the same boat.
Right. I'm in the boat.
You are.
I'm a fucking ant, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Proudly.
Well, I don't know about that.
Angrily.
Yes, angrily.
But proudly. No, I don't want
You're
special.
not proud.
He's the fire ant.
Oh no, I'm fucking proud to be a fucking part
if
of
somebody
this.
was like, "Hey, I'll take care of that FiOS thing for you," no, I'm too proud for you to dole these things out. You want to take?
If he was like, "Oh, you're from fucking Comic Book Men, let me hook you up."
Yeah.
Well, of course I would. Why the fuck would I not? Anybody would do that. That's human nature.
Well, if you want to maintain, you're one of the people.
Well, I am. Everyone can fucking rest assured that I'm getting no fucking special treatment anywhere, especially not from this cocksucker.
That was the guy that was supposed to be at the con.
Holy fucking shit, man. Anyway, Loot Crate, yeah. I don't know.
They got.
Well, what came last time? I forget. Well, it was.
Oh, I mean, you can get comics, you get hats, you get shirts, you get pops. They had a really cool Assassin's Creed pop.
Oh God, it's awesome.
Did you see the commercial for Assassin's Creed?
No.
You not into that?
I don't even know what it is. Honestly.
Really?
Don't even know what it is. Dude, I don't watch so much TV.
I don't know. I mean, it's like a video game, but I mean,
I don't play video games.
I know, but I mean, yeah, I can't imagine that you haven't come across heard the term. You've
I'm
never
ready
even
about
heard
to
the
be
term?
like him, trade in that stupid box soon.
Assassin's Creed go to women's prison.
I really don't watch much, man. I've been watching just some of the news, and that's it. I watch all.
How could you even watch the fucking bullshit news, man?
I just leave
Guess
it on
what?
in the
Trump's an
background.
asshole. Oh, really? Yeah, we get it. We get it, Golden Globes. Fucking Hollywood cocksucking assholes. Fucking patting yourselves on the back. Okay, you're great. You were great in that movie. Now let's all hear what you have to say about politics. Because your opinion is so important. And thank God you now have this fucking platform that you can go and tell everyone what everyone fucking thinks anyway. No shit. Is there one person in there, since Scott Baio wasn't invited, that is going to be like, well, no, Trump. It's like, fuck you. We get it. Trump sucks.
But what if you got that email though, like, hey, you've been nominated for reality TV
Nominated for a Sleepy.
star of the
Oh, a Sleepy? Ooh.
Sleepy.
Nominated for a Sleepy. My fellow Americans. Thanks for the Sleepy.
Who are we up against? What other reality shows?
Some of the big ones still. I imagine the Kardashians are still big.
That's still on?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we're up against Kardashians. There's what, 4 or 5?
Oh, there's plenty.
It's Kardashians. Is Impractical Jokers considered reality?
I wouldn't think so. I don't think so. Maybe it could be.
It's too highbrow.
But I don't think that they're like.
Well,
they're looking at the
planned.
day-to-day life. I think of. But go back to Loot Crate. Don't change.
Okay,
it now.
yeah.
Just finish up the Loot Crate.
Okay, we'll finish Loot Crate and then I'll. Loot Crate. I mean, come on, man. You know why am I fucking telling you? You know how awesome it is, right? Do you get it, Sunday Jeff? Loot Crate?
Nah.
Oh man, don't you have pets you want to geek out? Do you want to geek out your pets, Walt?
I mean,
You could try Loot Pets.
it's a box for like with pet items.
I guess so.
Superman cape and
There's
shit.
a bunch of shit you can get. Epic gear, housewares, collectibles,
Special shoes for your dog so you can climb up the steps.
loot wear. If you're more of a fanatical fashionista, yeah, you can get you can get a Loot Crate fucking one of those back things the guys at Home Depot wear so you can carry your dog around.
It's got a picture of your dog.
If you want to get fancy, because Loot Crate's, they're basically saying like Loot Crate's not that fancy, but if you want to be really fancy, get an
XL.
even bigger box with Loot Crate DX.
DX.
Yeah. Loot Pets if you want to geek out your pet. I can't stand people that do that shit. Isn't he cute? Oh, I put a fucking costume on my cat. Cat doesn't want to wear a costume. The offer expires January 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific. January, you're going to like this, Walt. Old school theme origins. Loot Crate has awesome and exclusive items from your old school favorites. Superman, Captain America, Mario, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it includes a monthly T-shirt and pin. Now, do you like the origins of, like, the real origins? Like Dark Knight Returns origin versus, like, the very...
Batman, you mean?
Yeah. Versus, like, the first Batman origin story, whatever. Detective 27, was it?
For the most part.
Look at me go! I'm a comic book man.
For the most part, the origins remain.
6 years rubbed off on me.
I learned one thing.
I learned a couple of things.
6 years of being hammered.
He's the one with the webs, right?
I find that they remained true in the spirit of the origin remains the same, but there's a couple tweaks for modern age viewers. They need to tweak it a little bit. Mario, though, is considered. Mario is listed in those with those names.
Historic Mario. A lot of people like Mario. Like Mario Kart, I know is
God.
like people like. I didn't. We weren't really into video games. Like we were into like arcade games. Like you go to arcade and play. But home video, like it kind of sucked. So we didn't really play it that much. But I guess like in the late 80s, into the early 90s, like all that Mario shit. It's a generation of people who fucking love it. I knew a new Mario game just came out.
Oh, did it?
Not too long ago, like on the iPhone or something. Yeah, it could be.
Wasn't he in Donkey Kong originally?
Yeah.
Mario?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
What you said, Jeff?
You go.
I don't know. Do you have a favorite? You don't like video games, huh?
I mean, back in the 80s, I played video games. I mean, it's like the stuff they got today, though, is just like you can watch like the NFL stuff. You just put on a demo. It's like watching a regular game. You don't even have to play it anymore. It's just like just watch the demo. It's so crazy, just some of the games they got.
I've been playing this game on Xbox One, Call of Duty, but zombies. I think I told you about this, right? I don't really play with other people that much. I play by myself, and because I'm trying to get these challenges and shit. This is my life. These are the challenges I present to myself.
Well, yeah, you got to start. You start with virtual challenges, and then work your way up.
Work myself into the real world. Yeah. Like maybe when I'm like 59 or 60. Give me another 10 years.
Let me go into virtual world, kill virtual people, and then go out into the real world.
Yeah, own my craft.
Where's that motherfucker?
It is weird because you always talk about. I was thinking about this today. Like people are like, oh, you're killing zombies, but zombies are already dead, so you're not killing them, right? What are you doing?
Well, I guess you would be re-killing them. That would be the proper way to describe it.
The AMC's like, we got to shut him down. People are going to start questioning The Walking Dead. Also, this is a non-paid announcement, but there's this app called Shudder. Have you heard of this?
He hasn't fucking heard of Assassin's Creed.
No, that's true.
You think about now he knows apps?
Yeah.
Some apps I know.
What apps?
Mozzarella sticks, pot stickers.
That's all. What apps? Pandora, YouTube.
YouTube is an app?
Of course it's an app.
That's a website,
Isn't
bro.
it a website?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, WAP.
WAP.
Yeah, WAP. It's a new thing.
No, an app is more like, say, like MapQuest or
just
any number of things that aren't YouTube.
Website, isn't it? Isn't that just a shortcut to a website?
It came with the phone. It's on the home screen.
It's on your app. I guess technically you're right.
Pandora, but that's also a regular way. You can use that from a computer too. You don't have to,
But anyway, there's these. It is so hard, and it fucking drives me crazy that I can't do it because I know there's some fucking 7-year-old out there who's like, and
smoke you.
And then I watch tutorials on this app called YouTube, and the number of zombies chasing these people, and they're like, okay, and you do this, and you do this, and they're all calm. They're all like it's like their fucking heart rate is at like 70. Meanwhile, I'm like ready to fucking whip a fucking whole entire system through a TV screen because I'm like, God damn it, I almost had it. And it's meaningless. It's fucking meaningless.
Yeah. It's just repetition, though, until you figure out the proper sequence of buttons to press or, to figure it out.
But it's a good way to, I don't think about anything else. When I'm doing I think about nothing else.
Then you should be playing that game more then.
Right. I mean, as if I don't play it enough already. All right. Loot Crate. So go to lootcrate.com/TESD. Enter that code TESD to save 10% off any new subscription. Come on, you like this shit. It's not that much, and it's a bunch of fucking stuff that you would say.
I don't know if we're supposed to talk about this, but loot crates do go up in value. If you keep your loot crate intact, keep the box. You don't take
pristine.
any. You could resell that loot crate for far more than you paid for it.
It's an investment.
Sometimes.
An investment.
I will say I have flipped a loot crate box or two in my time and have been very happy with the results.
I'm sure you have.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one? I get loot crates all the time. I just Sage takes them apart.
Yeah, there was a Groot pop that came in there that you can only get in the loot crate one.
I got that. I think I gave it. Did
I
give it to you?
You gave it to me. So I flipped that shit.
Damn! That was a present.
Did you see my new car?
Flipped Groot. Oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. Yeah, so what car do I get? I'm thinking about getting a Jeep someday, Jeff. Just
listening to Q, what he said about his Jeep.
Why, he doesn't like it?
He loved it.
No, he had a lot of problems with it, didn't he? He had a problem with the windshield. He had a lot of problems with his car, didn't he?
Why a Jeep?
I'll tell you why, because everything looks like a fucking station wagon. Like,
what's wrong with a station wagon?
I mean, nothing, but it's not me.
Your age, you are at the age that you could drive a station wagon and nobody will bat an eye.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Remember I used to have that giant station wagon my grandmother?
Simulated wood panels.
I used to have a station wagon when I first turned 18. My grandmother gave me her car.
Yeah,
it was
huge.
It was like as long as like a borough bus.
Yeah.
And it did. It was yellow and it had that wood grain on the side.
Missing the surfboards on the top.
But it had a fucking 8-cylinder engine, so it was real fast and shit. Yeah.
Check this shit out.
We could haul all kinds of stuff.
I could smoke them.
But a Jeep Wrangler with the
Wrangler's all right. He's got a regular Jeep.
The 4 doors.
Cherokee
rather than the 2.
Liberty.
Yeah, there's all kinds of little ones, Patriot and Compass and all these other ones. I had a Jeep once that I liked. But, you can throw shit in it, put the kid's bike in it and stuff. Yeah, this is what I mean.
How much could a Jeep cost? Almost $40,000 the Wrangler one was. It was crazy. The special edition Wrangler was like, I looked at it, I was like, are you crazy?
What about a Kia?
A Kia? I mean, I'm not against...
A Kia.
That's what does Mike have? Because when Mike told me how much his fucking car cost, I was like, holy shit.
I never seen him.
I was like, you got ripped off.
I never seen him drive a Jeep.
No, he doesn't. He drives not a Kia. What's the other one? What's the other? Not Kia, but Hyundai.
Oh, Hyundai. Santa Fe.
Yeah, I think he has a pretty nice car actually. I think anyway. Kias, I think, like early on, people were like, Korean piece of shit.
Yeah, but not anymore, man.
No, now
Hyundai makes a good product now.
I don't like this. The Kia Soul. It looks like that. I don't like that boxy shitty.
Oh, that's the one with the chipmunks do the fucking commercial in there?
I don't know. Do they? Hey, I heard Jason Lee doing an IHOP commercial the other day.
Radio?
No, TV.
Oh, TV?
Yeah, he was doing it on TV. And I was like, I wonder how do you do that? How do you get like a TV commercial? Because I think Lee has a good voice, but is it so great that somebody's like, we need him as the voice for IHOP? I'm glad he got it because he's like a super nice guy, and anything good that comes to that dude, I'm glad because he's a fucking great dude.
Maybe he just went and he told his agent like to get maybe into the voiceover game.
Yeah, he does. He was one of the guys in The Incredibles.
Right. Well, that's how he got it. Yeah.
He played the villain.
Yeah, but it's not like he appeared in the IHOP commercial. He's basically just like, come on in for free links and blah blah blah.
But
whatever.
if you realize how lucrative and how easy voiceover work is, you tell your agent, you're like, hey, put my name out there. I want to get my name out there. I want voiceover work.
I watched Sunday Jeff do some voiceover for claymation. Didn't look that easy.
Well, matching it up with that sound, keeping that timing though, it's
not easy, right?
Even if it's just like a fraction of a second off. But I'm saying they wanted it so close to the word. I mean, the way that the lips were moving.
Yeah.
Speaking of claymation lines, Sal did his. Did you hear them?
I didn't hear him. He never sent it to me.
So
good.
Fucking good. He's a funny motherfucker, man. He had so many great reads. And I'm like, I told Pepper, I was like, you choose it because I like so many of them. So
he didn't ad-lib, did he?
Huh?
Did he ad-lib?
I don't think so. No, yeah. He
had to follow it pretty exact,
He had
right?
to follow the lines, yeah. But even if he had, like... I wouldn't have been. I was like, you're a monkey of comedy. How can I tell you no? That
sounds insulting.
We'll change the animation.
Out of context, that doesn't sound very flattering.
Get out of my house. A monkey of comedy. Yeah, so I'm looking around. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't. Yeah, nobody's going to be like, whoa, what's that fucking guy doing in a station wagon? He looks too cool.
But like, you shouldn't feel though that like anybody's going to look down on you if you walk out of a station wagon.
But I don't. I just don't like that. Trust me.
At this point, I'll walk out of anything.
Yeah.
No one's going to be like, oh my God, what happened to Brian Johnson? He's in a station wagon.
Yeah, remember when he used to fucking think he was going to get a car just like Gary Wise? And now look at him. He's driving around station wagons like a little bitch. He's a soccer mom.
When did you give up the dream that you were never going to get your Quintus?
I mean, it should have been the second he had the dream. Yeah.
When I saw it.
When did you say, you're like, wow, I'm never going to get that car?
As soon as I saw it.
Really?
Yeah, you know, it's like sad. Ridiculous amounts of money. But you know what? It's like I said, it's after doing that for so long, cars, you see what I drive. Cars are mean of travel.
What moves your needle? Is it still toys?
Nah.
It's not even toys anymore. That really makes me
What is it,
concerned.
Dude? I don't care about anything either.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like maybe that's just the fact of just getting like maybe older and wiser that you start to just like you look at it, it's like what the hell did I collect this shit? You're the same way too, though.
No,
I wish I had that fucking outlook. It's like because I'm fucking fatter and stupider and older, and I'm gonna die soon.
But you were.
Well, you could say you could be like less hungry, and
but I wanted a store dreamed of having a customer like you, rabid, willing to spend.
You did get that.
Right.
That's how we got.
That's what every store wants. And now you're here to tell me though that it was all just a.
Listen, that was like the hype then, and that's there was.
Don't believe the hype.
Well, no, you can believe the hype. Trust me, I believe the hype. Trust me, I spent into the hype.
He's speaking truth to power right now.
Yeah, testify.
There was back then.
Why though? What
because
happened?
They rekindled a lot of stuff that you weren't able to get. Remember, there was a long period of time where
I'll tell you why.
Well,
look at the price on that. $485,000.
That's a Q car there. That's what he pays in taxes.
I remember
he wants a muscle car. He told me he wants a Chevy Nova muscle car.
Well, that's obtainable. Yeah. I mean, there ain't no $485,000.
It's definitely obtainable for him.
But I remember years ago, Thursday nights, I would just get that call and be like I scored, and it was like as if like you hit.
The blackjack tournament.
Yeah, and the lottery. And I'd be like,
I just won in Texas Hold'em.
I go, hey, Miser Snowmeyer figures, box sets. I got them all.
He's like my age, and he's just like this, pumping his fist.
He called me at 9 o'clock at night on a Thursday, and my wife was like, why does he keep calling?
He found the toy.
Holy shit, Miser, box.
Comes out, it looks like a Jack-in-the-Box pumping out of there.
But I will maintain that I wish we can go back to that era. There was true excitement. There was true joy. There's not. I don't feel that now. I don't feel that now. I walk into a store and I don't see any scores. You're going through it too.
I mean, you lost. What made you lose that feeling? It's just that it's just
passion.
The passion?
You know what it is? It's like you walk into a room, it's like, I can't even move in this fucking house. There's so much shit
I didn't
all
think it
over
would
the
happen
place.
to you, though. You were the guy I was like, he'll die with the same level
He'll
of...
die buried in a bunch of toys.
That's what happened. All the toys fell on me and I just died in a collision.
I would have thought that you'd be the guy that would not lose their mojo.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's, I don't know. After...
You had toy mojo, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You thought for sure you were going to end up on Hoarders. Look at you now.
I thought you were going to go out in a blaze of glory, not in a fucking just give it all up.
It fizzled like a wet firecracker.
Well, I didn't give it. Listen, I didn't give it all up. I mean, I gave it.
You gave up a lot.
Very good job.
Now you're just in this statues and shit.
Now you're in denial, man. You're into statues? Statues are pretty fucking cool, though.
No, I don't get that many statues. Just
busts and statues.
Yeah, busts are a lot cheaper than some of that.
Stuff that you don't have to hunt for.
Correct.
You don't want to hunt for it no more. You took the easy way out.
He's a gatherer now. He ain't a hunter no more.
Yeah.
That wasn't he just a young man's game? Hunting, toy hunting?
No, they're fucking young bucks out there. Fuck off, old man.
I can't even. There he is.
He can't even get out of his station wagon by the time the
Some
toys are
coach champ over there.
Tell Brian how many.
Robe at home. Some coach champ.
How many years would you say you spent your lunch hour?
Oh my God!
Looking
every day.
for toys. How many years
Day
did
I used to
He
do?
looked like a Somalian. Yeah. He never ate lunch. He's always had a hunt for toys.
People started asking me. It's like, start giving them directions. That guy works here. He's here every day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, I missed that era though.
And you had your
I tried to get jobs there
contacts,
too, just to
right?
get. Well, I tried to actually get hired there, so you can get.
That's how much you loved it.
You'd be like, hey, why is this box retaped? Well, the chase figures are out of it.
Well, now, if that opportunity came up to work at Toys R Us, you'd probably say no.
I'd actually, if it was something I was aware of anymore, I would definitely get it.
But action figures, you could care less what action figures come out now, man.
Just
It's all plastic.
But you see how much figures are now compared to they were when we were starting to go around. You can talk about early '90s. You see how much at $20, $20-something for a freaking action figure now. It's nuts.
Did you pick up one of those sweet Ming statues?
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what though? I think
looks like a Clash of the Titans piece where he just flips them over.
But that's where we became friends. I mean, that's why I feel like I missed that era because we don't even care about it no more. We didn't even know it those were one of those. We would look back on those days as like those were the best days of our collecting lives.
Those were the days, my friend.
But we didn't even
never end.
We didn't even realize it though. That like we didn't realize
it for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll always be like this.
Yeah. We'll always look for toys like this.
Always have Toys R Us.
And then we didn't think it would ever
But then again,
stop.
how many places closed since then? Babbage's, EB Electronics, KB. These places aren't around anymore either.
I know, but you can't blame the
You guys
places.
can't gather around the monitor and hunt on Amazon.
Those guys are stupid. That's why you don't see any young bucks anymore. It's like, them guys are idiots. Look at them.
We just didn't we just didn't realize that, and we can't even remember that last Thursday you went out. You know, you can't remember that last Thursday that became the last Thursday you did it.
Not knowing it would be the last
Yeah,
Thursday.
like, I think about that a lot.
I do my victory lap.
Not his Thursday. But I think back on my kids.
Sunday's
like,
last Thursday.
I
The
don't
Sunday
remem-
Jeff story.
Right. I don't remember the
I
last
did my
time.
victory lap around Suncoast a couple of times.
I don't remember.
They must have been like he died, right?
Yes.
Right. They're like, that dude would
to that
not
guy?
fucking
Yeah, what
live.
happened to
Dude, that
that
was
dude with the
here
white
every
hair?
day.
Remember?
He must have died.
It got wider.
But I don't remember the last time I took the kids to Sesame Place. Mm-hmm. And we went like all the time. And I don't remember the last time we did certain things. And I'm like, I should have remembered that. I should have remembered that
I
day.
remember
And I can't
stuff like
remember.
that.
Are you a
I remember
big,
stuff.
But we did it so often. It's like I don't remember the last time.
Yeah, I can imagine the hunting bleeding into each other a little.
But the amount of times we went to Sesame Place, you know, I remember. Sure, I have memories of those times, but I don't remember the last time I went walking out being like, we won't be here anymore.
The kid said, I don't want to go to this place no more.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember it, and I didn't acknowledge it, and it bothers me.
Are you a big picture taker when you want to do stuff?
I picture in my head. I like more. I don't like to look at the pictures. They make me sad. You were sending me pictures of Caitlin when she was little, and I told you to stop sending them to me.
Yeah.
Remember?
You know what? I didn't even think anything of it till I started going through pictures of like when I was young, like with my grandmother, and I'm like, this is like the saddest fucking thing ever. Like,
I had a smile on my face.
yeah. These were good days. These were great days. These were days that I looked forward to, like, because she used to go golfing in the Bahamas all the time. She was a big golfer, and she liked to go golfing in the Bahamas, or Bermuda rather. I'm sorry, and she always promised me, she's like, someday when you get a little older, she's like, I'm going to teach you how to golf. And like, she had a little putter set up for me, like, you know, those automatic, like, you put it into the thing.
Oh, yeah,
and
it kicks it back out.
Yeah. And she was like, and someday I'll take you to Bermuda and we'll golf together and all this shit. And then, of course, you know, she died of cancer from cigarette smoking. Dude, every picture of her.
Smoking.
Drink in one hand, cigarette in the other. Fucking crazy. I also found out my other grandma on my father's side. I thought that he was. You know what my grandmother's house looks like. It has
The house in
down on
Highlands?
Barbary. Yeah. It has a very big like crawl space. It's a crawl space, but you could sort of like you can't stand up. You'd have to bend over a little bit, but it's kind of big. And my grandfather was missing for 3 days, and they thought he just took off because he would go on benders because he was a drunk and shit. He passed out and was sleeping under that house and it has a dirt basement floor, cobwebs everywhere. When I was a kid, I was scared shitless of going under there because it was immediately like the temperature dropped, almost like you went into a cave.
So no one's sleeping for 3 days. That dude was in a coma then.
No, he was passed out. Probably.
Was there a bottle next to his hand?
Probably almost dead. Yeah. Like he probably brought a couple bottles down, and he's like, "Fuck him." One time when I just found out too, when my Edgar was young, my grandmother had to go somewhere, so she put my grandfather in charge of him, and he was going around to the bars, and he would leave Edgar he's real little, in the stroller outside the bar. He'd go and drink a little while, go down to the next bar, drink a little while. My grandmother drives by, sees my father sitting in the stroller outside a bar, picks him up, doesn't say anything to my grandfather. My grandfather's all fuked up. He's like, shit, what am I going to do? Goes back to all these bars, like, did I leave my kid here?
He's in the back washing
Is it any wonder
dishes.
then that you're
It's
dealing
such an insight.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
It's such an insight. And then that carrying over to the next generation, fucking them up. I'm so glad. I'm like, I'm never going to have any kids, man. You know, except for Sage, of course.
Well, none of your brothers have any kids yet.
My brother Eric got married.
Is he planning on it?
No, he has a stepson though.
Yes,
That kid's like.
but I mean,
right?
so the Johnson seed could end.
It
if you guys don't.
It will probably end. Yeah.
Oh, you don't think Darren is going to?
Unless he gets a hooker pregnant. I'm just kidding.
Maybe
it just seemed like the thing to say.
Give him the Casper match.
But like because you got. I mean, let's not. Let's not. So the
bloodline could be dropped here.
You guys are getting older.
Right.
If you're not going to have these kids, you gotta do it now.
But look at what's his name from the Stones who didn't Mick Jagger.
Oh my God, that's
you
insane.
guys aren't Mick Jagger fucking in terms
He's
of
paying her like $15,000 a month. It doesn't matter. It's just like nothing to that guy.
Yeah, you can't use that as a barometer because that's not real.
I can't measure myself against Mick Jagger
because he can have a nanny. He can have. I mean, like you got and
Muse has a nanny. You should see the life Muse is leading, dude. It's insane.
He has a nanny.
I'm convinced his wife is a fucking super genius or a super criminal because they're driving around in Teslas. They got a home in L.A. She's got a nanny. I don't know, man.
He's still done movies?
It's all Clerks money.
I think it's fucking Clerks money, man. No, you know what it is? It's his wife is. It's like your wife.
She invested it.
Very smart, very careful. Doesn't let him go near the fucking money.
No, that's probably the first rule in keeping your money.
She let him go near it once and fucking regretted it.
Well, I mean, he has a.
That was a long.
He
long
loves fucking. I mean, you know what? I hate to say it, but it just dawned on me. I thought you would be the guy that would never give up the ghost with toys, but the guy who really will never give it up is Muse.
He still collects toys, huh?
He still loves it with the passion that you once had.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he didn't have that vapor cigarette shit he was doing. He was trying to do that Muse juice or whatever the hell was it?
Yeah, it's not being marketed as a toy, though.
No. I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying that's how he's making some money.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I think they got their fingers in a lot of pies.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just saying, no, it just hit me though. I thought there was nobody from our crew that still had the passion. I was wrong. It's probably Muse still got it, right?
Yeah, Muse out Muse.
Yeah, no more toys.
You got out Muse, motherfucker. It's all right. Do you collect the high-end statues like Sideshow?
No more. I used to. It's just no more.
You collect books, high-end coffee table books.
Yeah, but
the
a lot
Elvira
of those books.
You got the Elvira book, right?
Yeah, then this clown
How many
comes up
coffee
and brings up
tables do you
3
have?
books that he had downstairs. One that you're signed, and he had one that
Yeah,
you
your
had signed.
Elvira book is downstairs.
Oh, I have an Elvira. I wasn't even aware of it.
So I could have just got one right here.
Why? Why? Whose are you going to take? Mine?
I didn't take any of them. I bought the one that I got in the store.
We
but
got
I'm
ours
saying
from
I would
Elvira.
love one to sign by her.
We're close
Do you
personal
really want
friends
one?
with Elvira.
Do you really want one signed by Elvira? You can have mine. But it's signed to me, though.
Right, that's why I said. I said,
take it.
But he brings the books upstairs. I was like, I don't want these books. It's signed to Brian. It's signed to Kevin. Signed to.
That's right. I forgot that you were saying Elvira is iconic, and you were shitting all over it.
Oh yeah, when we did a podcast once, and I said that.
Yeah, I'm glad she didn't hear that.
Yeah, I'm glad she doesn't listen to Tell 'em Steve Dave. I hope nobody ats her at her Twitter and says that I said that.
Yeah, don't.
I
at
just
her.
said that for comedic purposes.
Right.
I think
Elvira gets it.
Elvira gets comedy.
She fucking gets it. Would you have liked to have met her?
I wouldn't mind seeing her.
You should have come down.
Did
you tell him? She looked
if I told
fucking
him.
amazing,
Yeah, she
man.
looks good with the
She
makeup
looked
on
like she looked ageless, like a real vampire. Yeah. I asked her. I don't know if it made it to the air, but do you know what kind of monster she is? Because it's hard to tell. Is she a vampire or is she a zombie?
I think she's more vampire-ish than anything else.
She was out in the daytime. She cannot be a vampire. How the fuck do you have her fucking coffee table book and you don't know this answer?
Yeah.
Well, you just
she covers it extensively.
Well, what else would she be?
Huh?
He said zombie.
She's not a zombie either. She's
Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah, she's
like a ghost.
She's a kind of like a succubus.
Like a ghoul.
Succubus.
Oh my god! I was going to
say that right.
You said it right the first time, and then corrected yourself to the wrong way.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Company. I got here on a boat. This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.